Have you been living in Ireland for a specific number of years and then you're wondering how you want to go about going through with your citizenship? Maybe you are trying to apply for citizenship, or maybe you are eligible through marriage or descent. This YouTube video is going to explain to you step-by-step guide on how to apply for Irish citizenship. Hi everyone, this is Ademola Kazim. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please like and subscribe and share it with your friends and family. In this YouTube video, I'm going to explain step by step how you're going to apply for your Irish citizenship. I'll cover from eligibility to application process, as well as different tips that you can use in order to make your application stress-free. So let's get into it. So basically what you're going to do is go to ireland.ie/en/dfa, and then you see the services, and then you can select citizenship. For descent, if you want to apply for citizenship by descent, this is where you're gonna go. So basically you get there and then you see which one you belong to. So am I Irish citizen? For you to know that it's either one of your parents is an Irish citizen at the time of your birth, or one of them is resident or has a resident history in Ireland, and then they become Irish citizen by naturalization or any form of citizenship. So you'll be able to see that. So you can see here it says if your parents were born on the island of Ireland before 2005 and you're an Irish citizen, you can apply for an Irish passport without making an application for citizenship. If you or your parents were born on the island of Ireland, then it is your right to Irish citizenship. Your right to Irish citizenship depends on these two. So you can check this out to check which one you belong to, whether you need that or not. So if your grandparents were Irish citizen, then you might be able to apply for Irish citizenship. So this is how to become an Irish citizen. Another thing is the foreign birth. So if an Irish person gave birth to someone outside Ireland, there is a way that you can register the birth and then become an Irish citizen, whether the person is major or minor. So I think that's what this is all about. So this is basically based on descent. The other means by which you could be eligible for Irish citizenship is by naturalization. So basically you go to irishimmigration.ie/how to become a citizen / become an Irish citizen by naturalization. So in there you see different methods. You see if you are eligible to be able to apply for the citizenship. So the first one is if you have been living in Ireland for the last 5 years, and then the second one is if you are married or in a civil partnership with an Irish citizen, or if you are applying on behalf of a minor. The other ones that are considered refugees. If you've been a refugee in Ireland for a while, you could be eligible for the citizenship. So who is eligible? You have to be 18 or over. You must be able to provide some form of proof of identity, and also you must provide proof of residency that you live in Ireland for the last 5 years or the last 3 years if you are married. to an Irish citizen or you're in a civil partnership. So here you can see it says you have to be able to show that you live 1 full year in Ireland. You can be away for up to 70 days during this year with an extra 30 days of exceptional cases. So another thing is you must intend to reside in Ireland even after becoming a citizen, and then you must be willing to attend citizenship ceremony to be declared to make declaration of fidelity, and then you must be of good character. So if you are from a non-EU country, like you are non-EU, EAA, or non-Swiss nationals, you have to calculate your reckonable residency here. So if you come here, you're going to be able to see that, and then you can calculate that and be able to know if you are eligible or not. If you are a dependent of a non-EU, so you still need to read this part too. If you are up to 18 to 23, that's young adults, when you apply, enter the state legally, and then you're able to prove all this, and you are continuously dependent on your parents, you are not financially independent. There is an additional note for if you are a UK, EU, or Swiss national too. So the second one on the naturalization path is if you are married to an Irish citizen or you are in a civil partnership with an Irish citizen. So of course you must be above 18, you must be able to prove your identity, you must be in a relationship for 3 years or more, you must be living with your spouse at the time, you must live legally on the island of Ireland for 3 out of last 5 years before making your application. This must include 1 full year prior to the time. The same thing with the above, except the above is 5 years. And then you must have proof of residency in Ireland. You must intend to reside. You must be of good character. So the same thing with non-EU. You have to calculate your residency here, reckonable residence here. And then you have to prove your identity. This is for refugee, and then this is for minor. So then the last one is if you're applying on behalf of a minor. So basically, if the person is under the age of 18, they meet the relevant condition for residence and have naturalized parents. So I think I've mentioned this before about you are applying on behalf of an Irish descent. So this, you can read a little bit about this here too. So basically, those are the 3 conditions by which you are eligible to apply for citizenship under naturalization. The next line of action is, how do I apply for the citizenship by naturalization? So all you need to do is right click on here, and then you'll be able to register, and then it will present you with a form, and then you can start applying for your application. So you submit every information online, but the first thing that you need to do is to gather all your documents. You wouldn't want to start an application and don't have all the documents required before you are able to start your application, because you need to upload all those documents first and then submit them for the application to be able to be processed. So here are some of the documents that you might need. So first thing that you need to do is you make sure that your online application is fully completed. Check that your proof of identity documents total up to 150 points for each year that you lived in Ireland. So basically, for every year you must have amassed up to 150 points every single year, and then you have to submit the corresponding document to show that before your application is completed. Also, you need to get a proof of residency up to 150 points too, so same as the proof of identity. And then you make sure that the documents you upload are true copies, certified by an appropriate witness, such as a practicing solicitor, a commissioner for oath, peace commissioner, or notary public. They certify all your documents, and then then you can be able to apply. So also, if applicable, so if you're applying on marriage or civil partnership with an Irish citizen, you make sure that the application includes the relevant statutory document declaration, and this must be signed too by the same set of people: practicing solicitor, a commissioner of oath, or peace commissioner, or notary public. So if the application is being made by a full age including young adults, please make sure that the statutory declaration box is also ticked. Before you start typing your name on the online, make sure that all your information are intact, you've gathered all the documents. I'm going to show you all those information now. So after the application fee for each of the application for naturalization is 175 euros. The fee must be paid via online portal before your application is accepted. Also, if you are not applying online, people usually prefer to apply online because this is what we used to do back then. You apply and then you send those documents directly to them, and then you submit it with a bank draft and every other information. It's kind of like a little bit cumbersome, but online application is kind of easier. So I would expect normally that people would prefer online application then. But if you are not applying online, these are the procedure. It's kind of similar, except to the fact that you are sending the application through a post, and then you are attaching the 175 euros bank draft with it. The first thing is proof of residency. So if you look at here, you see that the first thing that they were asking for is your passport, your current passport, your Irish residence permit, and driving license. Some people don't have this, so I don't think you need to have all of it. All you just need to do is make sure that every information that you need is completed. This is the proof of identity document. So you can see here it says all applicants must establish their identity, things like that, and then you just look at it. So you can see here a certified color copy of the biometric page of passport of your own country. This on its own gives you like 150 points. So certified color of passport, home country, expired, the one that have expired, it's 75 points. The one that has expired in more than 365 days, 50 points. You can see all this information here. They will help you to know that which one do you need. So a certified copy, color copy of the biometric page of 150 points. If you send these documents, this single document, you will reach 150 point total required. So you are okay with just one, but you can see there the one that I showed you now. In case yours it has expired, is 70 points. That means you have to add the IRP with it or driver's license to make it up to 150 points. The second one here in the document is the proof of residency. You need to prove beyond reasonable doubt that you've been living in the country in the last 5 years or 3 years, as the case may be. So one of the things that you need is the bank statement, your current bank statement, your household bills, gas, electricity, water, anything. And each of them carry different points, as you see there. And then you need up to 150 points in that aspect too. So you do not need to provide us with more documents if you meet the required total of 150 points, which means you need the minimum. Once you have up to the minimum, don't provide more documents. So these are some of the proof of residency. Employment details. You can actually download this on your revenue.ie or ros.ie. So you can download this for each year, and this would help too. So another thing is you may send us the Department of Social Protection annual statement. This is your bank statement. Special provision for doctor employed. This is for doctors or HSC workers. So also young adults who are dependent on their parents. If you are dependent, young adults who depend on your parents for accommodation and general living expenses, a letter from your school or college showing your date of registration and attendance
can be scored as one of the proof of residence. So these are the documents required for minor application by naturalized parents on their behalf, on the behalf of a minor. So it's everything is still kind of similar. A certified copy of the naturalization certificate of the passport, of the Irish passport, since you want to naturalize, of the parent. Certified color copy of the child's current in-date passport, a certified copy of the child's birth certificate, and the rest of that information. Application on behalf of a minor of Irish descent or Irish association. So these two, all of them are kind of similar. You need to provide a letter from crèche or school or wherever it is. Application on behalf of minor in state after January 2005. However, the child was not entitled to citizenship by birth but meets the required residency rule. So you can read this if it's applicable to you. What do you do if you cannot reach the point? Please complete the proof of identity and proof of residency card as best as you can. This means sending us with whatever identity and residency documents you have. Upload a residential proof of affidavit. So if you click on here, it will take you here. So this was the one I was showing earlier. This is the proof of identity. So if I scroll down, I'm gonna see proof of residency. So you can see employment details is 100 points. Copy of P60 is 100 points. Department of Social Annual Contribution 100 points. Bank statement 100 points. So if you're able to get either of the these two, I think you're good. You're good to go. But if you can't, there is still some other information. Credit card summary is 50 points. Rent agreement is 50 points. Annual mortgage statement is 50 points, etc. So these are some of the documents, or all the documents that you need in order to be eligible. You can read the rest of this information in order for you to get to where you are looking for. So this is residency proof for somebody that is married. You most likely going to be tied to your partner or your spouse, as the case may be. So what you need to do is click on here, online portal, and then it will show you the form. So when I did that, it showed me this Irish Immigration Service online. If you haven't registered before, all you need to do is go here and say register here. So if you do register here, it's supposed to show you this, where you can enter your last name, your first name, email address, password, and you type the password and click on register, and then you can continue putting on your information and then upload all your documents, and then you click on submit. When you're done, after you're done, you pay 175 euros after you're done, and then that's it. Most of the time, so most applications for citizenship by naturalization are processed within 19 months. In my case, it was processed within just 12 months. Some people 6 months. Some people could be more than that. Some people could be less than that. So it's not like a given that it's actually. So this is like an average. And after you apply, you will get the application number. So that application number, you keep it, and then after a while, they're gonna send you the link for e-vetting. So you're going to complete those information. So basically ask you about the place that you've lived in the last 5 years or more, and then you can put all the information about where you've lived and every other information that is required. And then once you submit, after some time, it will tell you that your vetting has been completed, and then you probably won't hear anything from them anymore until when your application is processed and you have an approval. So after you've gotten an approval, the next line of action is that they're just gonna tell you, you have been approved. If you want to continue, you need to pay this amount of money, 950 euros for an adult, 200 euros for a minor, 200 euros for widower, and the rest are surviving civil partner of an Irish citizen, and 0 if you are a refugee or a stateless person. So after that, you'll be invited into a ceremony. So after a couple of months, maybe two or 3 months, you get your certificate of naturalization. So once you get your certificate of naturalization, it is one of the things that you're going to use to apply for your passport. I'm going to make another video to explain how you can apply for passports, but for now, this is the application for citizenship under naturalization. So here are some of the benefits of becoming an Irish citizen. One of it is you enjoy fundamental rights as set out by the Irish Constitution. You live, work and study and travel in Ireland and in the UK. You live, work, study and travel within the EU. You have access to free education. You are able to vote within Ireland and Europe. You can be elected into government. You can enjoy diplomatic support outside of Ireland. You hold dual or multiple citizenship. You pass Irish citizenship to your children. So while you are waiting for your application, so immediately after you might have submitted your application, and while you are waiting for your e-vetting link, the best thing that you could do is you could join groups on Facebook. This is one of the examples: Irish Citizenship, naturalization, passport process, ceremony, etc. So people post their information here, things that have happened to them, their status. So you can look at it and see if it matches your own status too, and then you can learn from people. Some people make some mistakes, so try not to make them. And yeah, so this is one of the pages that I joined, and they were really helpful. So there are some pitfalls that you need to avoid. One of it is make sure that you have 150 points, and then make sure that you include an affidavit explaining why if you did not reach 150 points. Otherwise, your application might be refused. If you're applying by paper, you need to make sure that you complete all the sections in the form. For example, you may have forgotten to add your signature or date included. Make sure you do not make those mistakes. These are some of the pitfalls. So don't make that mistake. Make sure that you provide every information, you complete every form, whether you are applying online or you're applying offline. So depending on your situation. So as long as you do everything that is required, you are eligible. You've spent more than 3 years, and then you have your proof of identity and proof of residency, you are good to go. There you have it, a step-by-step guide on how to become an Irish citizen, whether it's for work or family, or you just want to be an Irish citizen because of the fact that you've been here for a very long period of time. This is the video that explains to you step-by-step guide on how to become an Irish citizen. If you find this video informative, please thumbs up and then subscribe into it. And if you have any question, you can drop a comment, so I'll try as much as possible to answer those questions to the best of my knowledge. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.